Alright. Alright, so I'm just gonna be doing a normal run Valhalla, but I'm also gonna be like going over like my overall thoughts of this DLC of Valhalla. So I want to start off by saying that I think this DLC is phenomenal. I think it's really great, but I do have some issues with it. It is supposed to be more of like a roguelike of like the basically like God of War Ragnarok, but like a roguelike version of it. But an issue I have is that it doesn't have enough variety to like keep the replayability fresh. I feel like if you do like, I think after 3 or 4 runs, you start getting pretty tired. Like it starts becoming a bit tedious. I feel like a way to help fix that is to remove parts that are pretty like irrelevant once you get to certain parts. Like once you make enough progress, certain parts are pretty irrelevant. Like I'm gonna show like the first 2 rooms you go through here. The enemies are really easy to defeat, and it's like it's fast, but it still takes up time for like you like get some nice chests, like, but I think it'd be better if you just get like those like chests in like one room. Oh wait, let me double check that. Yeah, show me prowess. I got that. Okay, so Fire the Frost, that one, damage, Rising Wind. Oh, I love that one. Where's the damage that the blades burn status flicks on enemies? That one's good too. That's a really good combo, but I think one of those two I'd like. So one thing I noticed is that the spear tends to be really good for this, for Valhalla. There's a lot of really good abilities for the spear. So if I want to go with Rising Wind for now.
Raider, left flank! Behind you! Incoming!
Pressures to increase damage. Chance of using a weak attack or relic to immediately restore a relic charge. Oh, that one's really good. So yeah, as I'm doing this review, I'll be giving tips as well. Anything that like restores like a runic charge, try to get those because those are really good. Frost of Thousand Soldiers, Finger of Ruin. That's good. So see how easy those first 2 rooms were, but they were pretty like.
Glad to see you back, Kratos.
Kind of waste of time. Hey, it's
Perhaps
here.
you are finding a truth similar to the one I discovered so long ago. As we desire to project peace in the world, it becomes necessary to honor and satisfy the fighter within us. Valhalla remains available to you as you need it, as do I.
I will see you soon, Tyr.
I do not doubt it.
That's awesome. I love Tyr. That's one of the things I love about this DLC. It added a lot more to Tyr's character.
From this far, anything we need this moment.
Since we barely interact with Tyr in the in the base game. Since obviously, you know, if you played it, you know that the one you find is a fake. But yeah. Yeah, I really like that a lot of characters got like more development this game, especially the Valkyries and Tyr, and Kratos and Amir as well.
Which
So,
of Burton is worth the reward, do you think?
Triangle spheres embedded. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's also good. Let's see. Clean arrows be lost when upgrade is hit by enemy attack. Increased healing. Just down. Successful hits. I think this one, as long as I don't get hit that much. Also, I equipped the one of the upgrades you get once you beat Valhalla is that all like chests and pots automatically like give you the rewards, which I think it would have been better if you got that a bit earlier, like before you fight Tyr for the last time, because that helps like to save a lot of time. So yeah, anyway, let's see what we got here. So, runic attack. Yeah, runic attacks are really good, so it's good to stock up on them. Out here. Oh, Jesus, what was...
Right side, brother! Watch your left!
Oh, where are they? Oh, I didn't see that. That was annoying. I think those like challenges are pretty good, or whatever you call it, from the sword thing. Those are fun to do. Ooh, windstorm. That one's really good. May remember to use my wrath. Ooh. Grove. I got it for free? Oh, nice. Yeah. Just that, I guess. Yeah, just like, let's say the biggest issue I have with this DLC is just how mundane it is, repeating the same, like,
The last time
areas.
Valhalla spirited me away to the forest, there was an interesting twist. As the revels ended, I found myself alone, still carrying the magic love flower, and I came upon a sleeping person. But it wasn't the queen, or the foolish youths. It was Sigrun, as I knew her before. I found myself faced with the proposition that with a few drops, I could make her care about nothing in the world so much as me.
What did you do?
I'm pleased to report that I crushed that flower with my bare hands.
I am glad to hear it.
Cool. And yeah, those little bits of dialogue they get going through, you know, I love hearing things like that. getting more about the characters. Yeah. Store portion of cooldown or store relic charge after use. True realm shift. That's pretty good actually. I think I'll get that. And since I have the thing where if I get hit I lose fleeting echoes, it'll help having a low amount of echoes. And yeah, so you know, after you beat tier like the first or the oh, that was weird. Yeah, so no, I was just saying, so after you fight tier, like the first time, or even the first 2 times, you know the whole, like, the whole pattern, the whole gameplay loop from there on. You start with those 2 little rooms, then you have the sanctuary. Yeah, the 2 little rooms, the sanctuary, and then you have an encounter like this, and then you go back to another sanctuary, you keep on doing that until you fight Chosen of Valhalla, then fight a big boss. Yeah, all those chest breaking is really useful in saving time.
Going to give yourself an affliction, brother?
Stun grabbing enemy grants a rage burst. These two are dangerous burdens. The frost status is quite detrimental, and Bifrost when you kill an enemy, you get a lot of Bifrost too. So this could be good actually. Poison will be inflicted on Kratos when blocking enemy attacks, and it's only 2 encounters. I'll take that one. But yeah, it's basically just like the same gameplay loop, so.
I wouldn't say no to some short-time help.
So I would say I do like roguelike games, but I do like roguelike games, but it needs to have enough like variety or enough like I don't know, like changes in it, like the variety, in order to make it like, you know, worth like playing it over and over again. I'd say a good example is Slay the Spire. I do know that, you know, that obviously this is a free DLC, so, you know, it's, you know, a huge boon to like why this DLC, you know, despite the fact that it's free, they like added, they put all this effort into it. It's, you know, it's phenomenal. But still, just because something free doesn't mean it's free of criticism. I just like to point out certain things, just because I think it'll, you know, highlight like how to make it better, and all that, what things that could be better. That's so satisfying. Cause I don't think they died that easily in the 2018 game, but I love that they made that effect that there's like a bunch of them, and if one of them dies, they their death like causes an explosion, and it can destroy the other ones. Like that's really satisfying. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? But yeah, you know, I just really appreciate that this like they did all this hard work to make like a free DLC. But I think like right about the Frost Ancient. Oh, that's the I don't like that one. Ooh, that one's good. Increased damage during realm shift. But I think it's good to, you know, to still analyze things. See like
Valhalla's got a bounty on that one. Left flank.
oh, yeah.
Watch your right.
Oh, damn. That one looked like the one was like yeah, it looks weird.
Behind you, watch out!
Oh, we got out of here. Oh, I didn't know that was there actually. Oh shit, you can jump that too. Oh, fuck. Ow. Ooh. That's cool. I want to get the other things there. Oh, there's this guy. What's the thing down here? I tried to roll. There we go.
And Valhalla keeps the score. Last we're rid of that little cuss.
Nice. So that one is the stun grabbing enemy gives me rage. That's nice. Ooh, 10 years, Mike. That one's good. So yeah, runic attacks and the spear tend to be like really strong for Valhalla. Let's see.
Now then, the path should be unlocked. Let's make our way up.
Another thing, I love the tier fights. The tier fights are so much fun in this game.
Even a short-term advantage could pay off.
But the issue though that I have is that, oh wait, one sec. Should I get something now or no? Oh wait, I'll try not to get hit. What I have is just, it takes forever to get to fight tier, so I feel like they should shorten some parts, because in a lot of runs I have, it takes like an hour at least to get to tier to fight him. Like it shouldn't be that long, I would say. It's like a bit shorter. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. I don't mind these fights though, these boss fights. I find these boss fights to be quite fun. But a lot of the fights beforehand I don't find as fun, I would say. Nah. Oh, I remember actually another issue I have. After you finish fighting like boss fights like that, you either go to Helheim, Niflheim, or Muspelheim, and you have this like long section to get to like Greece. Like it's not that long, but after doing like a couple of runs, it's like you're just running through these areas, and it didn't have to be this long. Let's see. Drop nearly. The 8, yeah, I should get it. Okay. I think, yeah, I don't have enough for... So, yeah. So I feel like, for like these areas, you should just have that thing, and then like a little area where you fight enemies with like the challenge sword, and then you end up like in the place where you have like the 3 judges, but you just like keep on going through these areas. Like I'll show you like how long it takes. Can you go up there? Oh no. Alright.
Right flank, crossfire!
Let's see, do we have a challenge for here? Let's see. So, here it is. It's not that long, but I feel like they could have made it like just a tad bit shorter, because like there's just a lot of running sections there that don't really accomplish anything. It's just like a waste of time. And not to mention you've got to go through this area, which I don't mind that much, especially for like how it serves the story. But there's definitely like just like little parts that they could trim off. So
Oh, guess I'm sticking around this time.
nice.
So, this is what Valhalla made of your memories of Greece?
All of these faces don't break. Interesting. I think I got that the other day, the armor. I don't know if it's like a different one. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun to have Helios with me, but I think now, after I defeated Tyr, it makes sense that I still have Mimir, because now Kratos has gone over his fears of the past. So he just still has Mimir
We could
stick with
use
him.
some limited time assistance, couldn't we?
Uses fully charged through combo finishers and evade attack skills. Create whirlwinds. Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Prove your resilience and be rewarded.
Combo finishers to increase damage. Oh, that's a good one. Poison will be inflicted on Kratos when blocking enemy attacks. I did that already. It's 4 encounters. Oh, but this part is tough though. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. I still have one of these too, so I gotta be careful about that as well. What Summoner's Call? I need to use that more as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna focus for this next area. So I guess I'll just final thoughts. I think like comparing to God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, I would say rating those two games. I think both of those games are like a 9 out of 10. They're really good. They have like there's only like a few issues I have with them, but overall just like exceptional games. This one I would give like an 8 out of 10. Just because like I have like I don't know some issues like here and there, and obviously being a free DLC, obviously you're not expected to have as much content. There's still some like really good content. I think the issue is that they set the bar so high with those other two games that it's like it's a higher bar to reach, but still this game does a really good job at getting close to that 9 out of 10. So I'd give the Valhalla DLC an 8 out of 10. Just issues with like parts that feel like they shouldn't be there, that like when I was going through Helheim just now, like barely anything happened. There's just a bit of padding, a bit of like, extended periods of time that just make the runs longer. And when you have runs that are like an hour long, then after like 3 or 4 runs, you've already been playing for like 3 or 4 hours, and you're like, yeah, I don't feel like doing another run after that. If you had shorter runs, then you could get more accomplished done. And not everyone has like all the time in the day to like play for like more than 3 or 4 hours. So making it more streamlined, I feel like goes a long way. Um, let's see, another issue I have, I would say, is that I think it's really cool that they brought back a lot of the Greek enemies. Like in that area, I think they did a phenomenal job bringing them back, making them dangerous. But I feel like they made some parts of them a little too like I don't know difficult, and especially the mechanic with the rage siphon thing. So I think that's actually a pretty cool mechanic, but I have like my suggestions of like things that I would change about them. I think one is that something I noticed is that those rage siphon attacks have like a huge range. Like not like compared to like if you compare it to like similar attacks from like other enemies in the game, like the Norse enemies, their rage siphon attacks, like you know, they hit like a large, like a larger area, so it's difficult to avoid them. You can, but you have to put like a lot of effort to avoid those rage siphon attacks. And I think another thing to make them better is that so when you're doing the grease section, there's the whole mechanic of like they start to level up as more as time goes on. And if they get a rage siphon off of you, they get a little bit of armor. They get a break with like the right weapon. Um, but an issue with that is that that little bit of armor like adds up to their health because like even with like the correct weapon to break their armor, it takes like an extra like two, three, maybe even four hits to break that armor. And you're already taking like a bunch of hits to try to kill that enemy. And so just adding that armor is just making it more difficult, especially when you're fighting multiple enemies at once. So I think what would have actually been like a pretty cool change is to change it so like the armor gets destroyed in one hit, but it has to either be the correct weapon. So like if it's like they have ice armor, you gotta hit them with the Blades of Chaos to hit them with the right weapon, or to hit them with a rage attack to break the armor. And but it breaks in one hit, like but it has to you know be with those conditions, and the amount of time it takes for them to take your rage is shortened because I noticed a lot of the times I've played, I've barely had my rage like siphoned. Like they didn't have enough time to take it away from me. The only times that they have was like when there's like just a bunch of enemies and I get like stuck and I can't like reach them. Like especially if it's like a what are they called? Like I think they're harpies. I think. Oh no, it's not here. I think. Or are they? Yeah, harpies. Yeah, those harpies, and they start flying. You fight a bunch of enemies, and then you have that one harpy that comes in and bites you on the neck, and then it's like, oh, it's siphoned your rage, and starts flying all the way to the back, and then you have like a centaur, then you have like two or three undead legionnaires like surrounding you, and you can't reach that harpy. So it'd be cool if it's like, oh, I just need to hit it once, but with the right weapon or with a rage attack, and then that's it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Um, so yeah, love the DLC, but there definitely are parts of it that I have issues with. Actually, last thing, really quick, that's not necessarily an issue I have with Valhalla itself, but actually with God of War 2018 Ragnarok and Valhalla. So you have the different difficulties. Yeah, here. You have the different difficulties. And usually, like in the games, you have like I feel like the most important ones are the the hardest, second hardest, and third hardest. So in Valhalla, it's mastery, prowess, and courage. And an issue I have is that there's a lot of different like difficulties, but despite that, there's such a big gap between the second and the third most difficulty settings. So like for example, when I defeated Tyr for the last time, like because I was trying to finish the DLC because I don't have like all the time in the world and I wanted to get through it. And I played most of the DLC on prowess and I was actually doing a pretty good job. But then it was before you fight Tyr for the last time. You gotta go through for the Greece section, and it's very difficult. And I just ended up making no progress whatsoever. So even though I didn't want to, like it seemed like the best option was to lower the difficulty to show me courage. When I did that, I kid you not, it was the easiest thing in the world just to like fight all those enemies in Greece. Like the the difference in difficulty from courage and prowess is like insane, and they're like right next to each other. And I feel like that's not having such a large gap in difficulty from two difficulty settings that are like right next to each other. I feel like is not good, and I feel like it's an issue that extends to God of War 2018 and Ragnarok as well. But yeah, I think that's it.